So, hello, and a massive hello to everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day wherever you are, whatever you may be doing. This is 50 pips rocking and rolling, 29th of August 2019. No trade calls, no recommendations, or response for their own stuff. We're here for educational purposes only. So, quick update here in the morning. Again, nothing much has changed, right? We discussed the fact that we would be fading the panic moves on the Sunday Open, and once we open on Monday, really the focus this week was going to be on were those levels set in the panic going to hold, and at least we thought there's a very good chance they would hold, especially into month end and end of the week, right? And you see here essentially we're holding that low on the ES. Remember, we said the 2880 was going to be a pivotal level. Funny how you got the headline right as it was back into that support this morning. But again, you shouldn't read too much into the overnight China headlines. I mean, there's still an awful lot of risk over the weekend. Remember, we're going up into 3-day weekend. We've got those new round of tariffs going. Don't forget that you've got protests in Hong Kong. Police have just said that they shouldn't protest, so you could see something funky going there. So we still think there's an awful lot of weekend risk. So we would be careful going all in risk on over the weekends. But essentially here we're still stuck inside the broader range. On the ES, the 200 DMA is holding, 100, the 50 is holding to the upside, and we're pretty much around the pivotal level. So we'll have to see what happens through the GDP release today. And again, but it's really all about those headlines. So keep the bigger picture in mind. So, a lot of people ask me, what about the next sell-off? Well, I mean, we think that we talked about that seasonality, and there's clearly a potential here that we ramp up into the next sell-off, right? But if the time window to keep in mind, if you're looking for something big to happen or substantial, what we were looking at is, keep in mind, we've got the ECB on the 12th of September. We've got, I hope I don't get these wrong off the top of my head. We've got the Fed on the 18th. Then after that, on the 19th, we've got BOJ and the BOE. And then, all importantly, we're going to go into Q3 OPEX, right? OPEX on the 20th, right? So these are all dates in September. So this is really a time window where I would be a lot more concerned, right, about that area if we were going to look also that September seasonality to come in. But that's what I would be a lot more focused on. But as we're saying here, you see, so we've got the Monday low is holding. Let's look on DXY. These are all things we've been talking about here in these updates. And again, today in the webinar and the weekly in the videos, we're going to talk a lot more how to strategically try and play for that time window. But you see here, that's the low on the DXY. We've been talking about the fact that we really liked the fades in terms, especially not only liquidity longs, but especially the gold potential gold short here. And you see that high is still holding, and in a messier fashion. You've got, well, you can look at ZN, ZBs, UBs. That's pretty much the same across the board. A little bit more funky because basically this is, so Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, right? So again, but you see how everything is stalling here, right? So that's what you have to keep in mind. Keep in mind that you don't want to read too much into the chop. Keep in mind that broadly speaking, we're still holding those Sunday panic levels, and that's really the only thing that matters is right now short term. So again, see what happens on the GDP, but keep in mind that a lot of people will have to start thinking about month-end flows here, but also don't get distracted by month-end flows, which are moving in line, exactly in line with what we've been discussing here and what we expected. But don't let that distract you from the short-term event risks that we have over this 3-day weekend. Okay, hope everybody has an awesome day. Take care, guys. All the best. Bye-bye.